It's the last calm before our 2-day long storm. It's meteorologist Joe Martucci here. We are getting everything: strong winds, heavy rain, flash freeze, a little bit of snow, and tidal flooding as well. Let's talk about the timing of this here. Rain begins midday on Thursday. Strongest part of this, with both the wind and the rain, will be on Thursday night. Then we get a break in the action from about 3 to 9 a.m. on Friday here. Still can see a shower, still can see some gusty winds, but not as impactful. Tidal flooding will begin during the early morning, though, and around 10 a.m., and that's right when we get our second shot of rain and wind with this, and there can be some snow on the back end, and there will definitely be a flash freeze afterwards. Let's take a look at our future cast. This is 10:30 p.m. on Wednesday here. We are just cloudy. Clouds will continue to build in as we go overnight. We then make our way into our Thursday. This is 7:30 a.m. Still staying dry, but here comes that rain right between about 10 a.m. to noon, and then we get heavier as we go into the afternoon here. In fact, there could even be a rumble of thunder, as we saw last Thursday in some of these areas where you see those oranges here. There will be some heavy rain at times, and we're expected to see up to 2 inches of rain, which will create areas of roadway, stream, and creek flooding. Then we go into Friday. There's that break that we're talking about that lasts until just around the end of that morning commute. Here comes the second shot here. It does look like we are going to see some snow. I didn't want to completely rule that out over the past couple of days. Looks like rain would flip to snow as temperatures crash quickly from the 50s into the 20s by the time we get towards Friday afternoon. And we should be dry by about 1 o'clock on your Friday. Here's a look at those temperatures. Let me just show you that temperature crash here. So this is 9 a.m. on Friday, 47 in Barnegat Lake, 46 in Atlantic City. Well, we'll fast forward to noon. We're already in the 30s here, 33 in Bridgeton, and then we get to 3 o'clock, and we are below freezing everywhere. So remember, rain ends by about noon or 1 o'clock, as snow in a number of spots it will end as, and then 2 hours later, we're already below freezing. That should be a flash freeze. We go into the evening, we only continue to slip here into the 20s and teens. Wind chills are going to be below zero in a couple of spots by the time we get towards our Saturday morning. We look at our winds. I want to show you this map here. These are potential maximum wind gusts. Wind's about a half mile up. Sometimes they can get dragged down to the surface if you get heavy rain or you get an Arctic cold front to pass. So we can tap into some of these winds. 65 miles an hour is certainly possible along and east of the Parkway here. And then we get another round of those really strong winds, or at least the potential for really strong winds, as that Arctic front passes late morning into the midday. As a result, we are talking about the potential for power outages. We'll go with a moderate risk on this here. It does look to me that it'll be a little more significant than what we did have last week, where we saw maybe at most 3,000 AC Electric customers out. We do have that coastal flooding alert to speak of. We have a coastal flood advisory in effect from 4 to 10 a.m. on Friday here across the area. Let's show you some areas that will flood and what that flood will look like. So this right now is Atlantic City. This is Seaside Heights. We'll take you back to Atlantic City here. You see some of those roads in blue. Those are areas that are completely underwater in Venice Park, as well as what we see over in the inlet by Garner's Basin. Then we get over to Seaside Heights. You see a lot of streets in blue here. That's because we're expecting moderate flood stage north of Long Beach Island in Ocean County. So if you see flooded water, turn around, don't drown. We can see up to 9 inches of water in northern Ocean County, up to 3 inches once you get to southern Ocean County and then to the south of that. A lot of cold is on the way by the time we get towards our weekend, and it's all bottled up right now in the northern plains, well into the negative digits here. And as we go into Christmas, looking likely to be our coldest in decades here since 2000 at Atlantic City International Airport, and then over at AC Marina, coldest since 1983 with a high temperature of 27 degrees. And records at the marina go back to 1874. Here's a look at our inland 7-day forecast. Remember, we're going to be fairly warm as we go into Thursday and Friday morning, and then temperatures crash only in the teens on Saturday morning here, and then we're staying in the 20s throughout our Christmas weekend. And then as we go into our Monday here, temperatures flirting with the freezing mark. We'll talk to you more about those storm threats as we go into our Thursday morning video. You can follow me on social media for the latest, or come back to our website at pressfacey.com/weather.